We welcome you to Houston, Texas. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, from the land of the space program, we're ready for takeoff.
That's right, and they're letting those threes fly from everywhere on the court. Let's see if this team can win a third championship.
Ready to go here from Toyota Center. Let's gear up for the opening tip. Jay, once Kevin Durant went to Golden State, the question was, what is this Oklahoma City team? Now, I think that question still remains.
Well, Ed, they're still one of the most talented teams in the league, but I'm going to go ahead and say this. They are the biggest disappointment in the NBA. When you bring on a guy like Paul George...
All right, let's do this. Substitutions. Stepping in for number 10,
Thunder have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Oh!
Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Whoa! What a finish!
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
number 22.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Anthony to Capella. Nothing going here on that drive. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. Tucker to Anthony. Can't connect.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Nerlens Noel at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%.
Ed, you ready for another fun fact about the Houston Rockets?
Let's do it.
Okay, the team was established in 1967 and was given the name the Rockets because San Diego was the home to many space-age manufacturers. When the team eventually moved to Houston, the name still fit, giving Houston's association with NASA.
Wow, so Houston, we have a problem? All of that associated with space? Who knew?
Are you saying that because Carmelo Anthony's in town?
No, Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
To P.J. Tucker. And a chance coming up at the line.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Carmelo Anthony at the line for two shots. A career 81% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. To Schroeder. Here comes the screen. Shot from the lane won't go. Tucker to Capella. Nice swat that time.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Schroeder. Oh, Dennis Schroeder missed his first. That one goes.
When I think about the biggest international names in the game today, Dennis Schroeder's name probably isn't the first that comes to mind. But did you know that he's one of only 3 players to ever play in the league from Germany? Detlef Schrempf, with Dirk Nowitzki and Dennis Schroeder. He is a blur with the basketball, and he will be the first or second option offensively down the court each and every possession.
To Anthony. A lot of contact, no whistle.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
The screen sets him up for two.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Here we go.
Tucker.
Here we go.
To Anthony. Tucker. To Capella. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Has a chance. The shot. Missed by Capella.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Knight into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Deep right corner.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Woo! This rookie is a high flyer. He brings that kind of pro-am vibe to the NBA, and it's fun to watch.
Gordon with it. Trailing by 10. To Capella. Off the mark.
Make that, baby. Gotta make that.
48 wins a year ago for the Thunder. Jay, it took them a while to get to that point, but in so many ways, the Thunder had a great opportunity in the playoffs.
They did. It just seemed like something with their chemistry was a tad bit off with Carmelo Anthony. I think him not being there, him not being in Houston, them getting Andre Robertson back. He's a big-time lockdown defender on the perimeter. You surround him with youth and Hamidou Diallo, Terrence Ferguson, Alex Abrinas. This team has a chance to compete for a Western Conference Finals.
To P.J. Tucker. Gordon picked up by Noel. To Anthony. Down low for Tucker. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Screen coming left, screen coming.
Trying to cash in. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's Rockets ball. To P.J. Tucker. And the finish at the rim.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Sit down with authority.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Short jumper and a putback slam. A big finish at the rim. First quarter is complete and a nice cushion for the Thunder. Ed Cohen everyone. Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Nene. It's rejected by Noel.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Felton into the front court. Up a dozen. Lets it fly from long range to Chris. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Marquise Chris. He's got 2 shots coming. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Pick up, pick up, pick up.
Here comes the screen. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Rockets have the ball. Nene's shot won't go down.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Paul into the front court. Trailing by 15. Marquise Chris picked up by Noel. Turns and slams it down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Picked up by the Thunder.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Jay, last year, Rockets 65-17. Good for #1 record in the West. What's going to be good enough this year for the Rockets to get to the NBA Finals?
Well, you need CP3 to be healthy. If he's healthy, you can make an argument that the Rockets may have won the Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors. But also, I think James Harden needs to continue to build on his play in the playoffs in particular. Everybody knows about how great he was during the regular season. But those last 6 games, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston, as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button.
Hey, this is our game. Let's take it on. Let's go.
Substitutions.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Thunder entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Rockets did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they've got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Bench points.
The Houston Rockets had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game. Go time. It's go time.
Substitutions.
There will be no shortage of shots for Carmelo Anthony and Mike D'Antoni's offense, Jay. Why is it a good fit for Melo in Houston?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, if there's one guy you need to trust, his name is Daryl Morey. And the Houston Rockets organization is a stat-driven culture. So he understands at this juncture where Carmelo Anthony is in his relationship to his career. Playing with two pass-first type PGs and James Harden and CP3, who averaged a combined 12.5, 13 assists last year, will open up the floor extensively for Carmelo to knock down those jump shots.
Beyond the arc for 3. Man, that was a tough shot.
Work.
Thunder with the basketball. From the painted area, won't go down. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Knight into the front court. His guys down big to Harden.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Anthony. Harden. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Off the assist.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Gordon, guarded by Nerlens Noel. Harden to Anthony. Fires the 3. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Schroeder. The shot clock expires. Harden. They go down low to Anthony. Gets a shot up. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
And the finish. Slam dunk. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Sent it away. made.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
I told you the screen was coming.
Harden. Oh, good off.